Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about this new drop that just happened with the Transformers Age of the Primes Wave 3. These are official images and links, not leaks. But pre-orders are up right now. I figure I need to make this video now because if I wait till Sunday to talk about this, then some stuff might actually sell out. And I am disappointed in one thing, but I'm going to have to spend a lot of money on this. So let's get in and take a look at this. It says it's the last wave of Age of the Primes, which I don't know if that really matters because whatever they name the next cycle will still have stuff in it. But let's take a look at all these. I'll tell you what I did pre-order and what I'm passing on and why this is a pretty good set of pre-orders coming up. Alright, we're going to start with the next aerial bot, Fireflight, and I just like how they're doing it. It's the first two are out right now. You can get them at BBTS anywhere you want. This next two are going to be coming very soon, and then you got to just get the Commander class. I pretty much everything else pre-ordered through BBTS for this, and BBTS is $1 more than Pulse or anywhere else, but if I find them at Target, it's easier to cancel at BBTS than Pulse. I mean, it's not impossible to cancel Pulse, but I want to say that this is a pretty good looking figure overall, exactly like what we've been expecting, seeing with all of these other iterations. Bit of the hollowness on the inside of the leg, but overall a decent looking figure. Let's look at the alt mode, which would probably be more in line with how it's going to look when it's in combined mode, because they share a lot in this mode to the ARM mode, and that looks pretty good, pretty decent overall. Obviously, if we've got that one, then we've got the skydive right here, and it looks good overall. Now, I gotta say though, I'm mostly a Masterpiece collector, and what we've gotten in the Masterpiece scale with the fans toys, and I don't know if I would say Zeta's figures look a lot better than this. Fans toys do. These still look great, and a nice upgrade to what they did with Combiner Wars, a nice upgrade to the vintage. And for $25 price point, not really that bad. Here we go in the alt mode, and looks pretty good. Superion is my favorite, so I will probably kind of accept a little bit more imperfections with that, I guess. You would say if it's your favorite, you want it perfect, but I do understand the limitations of their budget. Next up, we've got a 2-pack with G2 color Snarl and Slug. And I have to say, I am a huge fan of what Hasbro's done with the Dinobots. It's a great, affordable option for $50 to get good-sized dinos that could sort of blend into a Masterpiece display. They're a little small for Masterpiece, but they're not intended for that. They're leader class, but they're true leader class. Like some of the only true leader class they've made in the past few years are the Dinobots, and just repainting them to G2, it's fine. So this is more of, I don't know if it's exactly an exclusive. I pre-ordered mine from BBTS. It's also up and available on Pulse. And so, wait, BBTS is $9 more. So yeah, I did get mine from Pulse. I'll say that $9. But BBTS is charging $109 instead of the $99.99 that Pulse is charging. And I'm sure it's available other places too. Just wanted to kind of point all that out. I am in on these. I guess I should show the Dino mode. I guess that's a thing. Dino mode looks pretty good. But we've seen all this before. It's just different colors. And having the original G2s, I didn't really understand, like, why did they do it? Well, because if you just keep putting the same old thing out, then there's no reason for somebody that's already got the original coloration to buy it. You open up a little bit bigger market. But at the same time, there's people that would have wanted a standard back in the original era in the 90s, like 92 or 3, whenever I stumbled across these in a KB. But it is kind of fun to have those sort of Christmas colors. And we've got Age of the Primes, Onyx Prime, and it's an interesting looking bot. I am passing on this, just really don't have any tie to it or link to it. And people always seem to get upset. They're like, well, you don't have to have a link to it or a tie to it to buy it. I'm like, well, that's the way I collect. But it still is interesting. You could kind of get like a Minotaur kind of look going on there. You know, I think it's actually a Centaur. Centaur is what I was thinking of. But interesting looking overall, and I believe that's a leader class. But it is going to run $60. All right, getting into Alpha Trion. Now, when I first saw this, I felt like I had been betrayed by Hasbro until I got to the video or clicked on the picture here. The thing is, this is a different mold than the one that they have with the Amazon 2-pack. The Amazon 2-pack was a recolor and a redo using Scourge. I actually don't know which one I like better. I kind of think I like the Scourge redo better. But this is a $35 Voyager class figure. I do think that it looks okay. It's nice to have a dedicated Alpha Trion, but I also, at the same time, feel like it's not a dedicated Alpha Trion. It's still another reuse of another figure, and I just can't put my finger on it right now. But I do feel like this is not just a dedicated Alpha Trion that was intended to be Alpha Trion, and if they repainted something else, it's shared with something else. I think that something else is what it really was supposed to be, but I guess we'll see. All right, we got Micronis Prime. So Micronis meaning small? Micronis? But yeah, it's an interesting looking one. Oddly enough, I know it's not what I saw at Walmart the other day, but I saw something very similar to this at Walmart. And the funny thing was it was like in the sporting goods aisle. I'm like, why is that over here? But it was interesting, and it's not this figure. This is a good-looking figure overall. It looks like he doesn't have any feet. I mean, I can see some feet, but it looks like he doesn't have any feet. Here's the weird part. It's like a unicycle kind of thing, and then it looks like it has a little driver to drive up on top of it. So I will say this. This is something different I've never seen before. A spiral zone, mono seed. Hey, I'm just saying, there are a lot of vehicles coming out looking like this. Shozzi's got one up for pre-order. That's a whole different company, and it transforms too. A lot of interesting stuff going on right now, utilizing this concept of this vehicle, and it's the Zone Rider cycle, mono seed. There's a whole bunch of different names for it, but at the end of the day, it looks just like it. Next up is a little weird. I'm okay with it, but Age of the Prime's Venom instead of Venom. And I'm sure it has some, I mean, Venom's used in a lot of things. There's Marvel or whatever. I don't know. Is that Spider-Man universe, Venom? But with all of that, they changed the name to Venom. It's okay. The figure looks great. It looks great. And I'm sure it's reuse of this, that, and another. But it is a nice upgrade. And one of the problems that we see with these figures is third party doesn't want to tackle them. X-Transbots has been saying this for 3 years now that they're going to make them. No reveals yet. Maybe now we'll get a reveal at TFCon or something like that. But it looks pretty good. Pretty good. Do I think we get a better looking one from X-Transbots? I do, but not hold my breath just yet. Needless to say, this was literally the first thing I ordered. I pre-ordered. It's like, I'm going to make sure that's pre-ordered. And I do my pre-orders separate so I can keep up with what's what and what's where. But I got this one from Pulse because it's $1 cheaper. And I just don't see myself canceling it. Unless I find it at Target and I get a deal on it or something, then yeah, I guess. But I really don't see myself canceling it. So definitely going to get that for sure. All right, we've got Sandstorm and Slugslinger. I do 100% believe these are just reissues, but thrown in one box, maybe slightly different coloration to the Slugslinger, and that's that. I just think that's what's going on. I think Slugslinger was a Titan Returns with a Headmaster gimmick, and it looks like he doesn't have that Headmaster gimmick in this. I might be wrong on that, but Slugslinger was one of the later Titan Returns figures that was commanding like $50 anyway. So it's interesting that they put this set together. I like it, but I don't need it, so I'm not buying it. That's going to be an Amazon exclusive for $70, so get over to Amazon. All this stuff should be up for pre-order right now. And I don't know, Amazon exclusives like to sell out, but this is also just reissues at the same time. So I just found this to be really odd, just the way they just dropped all this stuff. No live stream that I saw. I didn't watch a live stream or anything. I just saw this pop up as pre-orders, and as I get my pre-orders real quick, I actually threw a post up because it's the fastest, easiest way to do it, and threw a post up in the community tab. So hopefully that helps some of you guys out if you're needing to pre-order any of this stuff, you're looking forward to any of this stuff. But I do feel odd. It feels like you're going into work on your day off, making a news video on a Tuesday. It just feels real strange. But it's kind of a pretty big day for Transformers news all at once. And I will refer back to some of this on the Tuesday video, discuss some of this, and I will be interested in seeing if any of this stuff sells out in pre-orders. I hope they don't sell out, because I want everybody to get the stuff and get the word out about it. But on the other hand, some of these might. I don't know the production run this day and age, how many they're going to make of these things, and how much, since some of it is a reissue, some of it is exclusives. Exclusives are made in much smaller quantities for the very specific reason, because they are expecting a lower demand. But let me know what you think about these. Do you think that the vast majority of this stuff is good, solid, understand why it's there? Even if you're not buying it, you understand why they're making it, as that Deluxe Insecticon is the last one we needed to complete the team of Deluxe Insecticons in the modern era. But that one excited me the most out of all this, the aerial bots getting to finish the team. We're not going to have the same kind of crazy nonsense that we saw with Minosaur. Hopefully we get that last member of Minosaur reissued yet again for people. But let me know what you think. Comments below, like, subscribe, and Ty Hanger out.